Client says, I can't do it, I don't have any money. What do you say? Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, I am Roy Haas. Welcome to the channel. Here we cover everything regarding sales, B2B, B2C, enterprise sales, especially for right now. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you do. There's a lot of content coming out. I listen to your ideas, I read all the comments, and I appreciate every single like. So if you haven't already done so, leave a like, leave 2 if you have a second account, leave 3 if you have a third one. But the point is that I really appreciate you watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have anything that you want to see me cover in the next video, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to cover it and maybe make it into a video. So with that, let's dive into it. Here's the thing. Right now, obviously things are not the easiest they've ever been for a lot of people. So when you talk to people, I just have one thing that I really request you do if you're in sales or if you're selling to people. Be a damn human being. Some people genuinely cannot afford things right now and they're having a hard time. Be a person. I've actually had this experience very recently where somebody contacted me and they were saying, I actually spoke to this person, 3 or 4, no, it was 4 or 5 months ago, before all this stuff happened with all the craziness that we're having right now. This person I spoke to had a great conversation, really optimistic, super nice guy. And then I contacted him back around. We had our appointment setting team contact people on our list. That being said, this was actually somebody that popped up out of a database reactivation. So I touched base with them. We, for this particular company, we changed around our offer a little bit, and it's an awesome offer. It's a really good offer. It's a performance-based model. Everything is just beautiful model. The point is that this guy, I talked to him, and he's like, I love this product. I love the service that you're offering here. I really want to do it. I can't do it. But you can't do it. Everything clicks, but you can't do it, right? It's not a surprise. I've heard this before, but you always want to feel this out a little bit. Then it comes out. It's like, listen, I've maxed out all my credit cards. I don't have money. I have to feed my kids. I don't know where my next paycheck's going to come from. When you hear that from somebody that's 40 and they have 3 kids, this particular person was a real estate agent, so it's 100% commission. There is no base. If he's not selling anything, then he's not making any money, and that is harsh. That is a harsh reality. So to talk to somebody like that and then to just treat them like any other sale and just basically try to objection handle or pressure sell, if that's something that you do, I don't, but if you did pressure sell, just not the right thing to do. And then instead of actually pushing them on the sale, I just actually genuinely had a conversation with this person and I tried to help him out, to actually provide value to this individual by offering them the best solutions that I knew about. These are things that I suggested that he try out. What was the result of that? Well, the result was that me being human, having an actual conversation, he was so incredibly appreciative. He asked for my contact details, all that. He's like, listen, when I get back on my feet, I'm gonna buy your service, and I'm so incredibly grateful for you taking the time to talk to me and help me out. Really appreciate this. I gave him what I think would really help him, and I hope it does. But the thing was that not 2 weeks later, I had a referral from this guy, and that closed. But my point is that if I was just like any other salesperson, and I just treated this guy like another lead, instead of treating him like a human being, which every lead is a human being. There's actually a person there, believe it or not. When you're dealing with volume and you have an abundance of leads, you forget that these are actually, each and every single one of these is actually a person. So first and foremost, before we get into the actual, how to handle that objection generally, I just want you to remember to, first and foremost, be kind to people if they're genuinely having a hard time. Don't just brush them off. Be nice to them. You never know how it's going to turn around. If you're just genuinely a good person and they sense that, and otherwise they're capable, and it's not just somebody that's always in a problem. They never know how to help themselves, but they're going through hard times. This is somebody that generally does know what they're doing. They're going through hard times. There's a very good likelihood that that person will bounce back. They have the propensity, they have the ability to do that. They're usually able to bounce back. It's just really about finding the right opportunity, and then boom, they're back on their feet. So don't discount people just because they're going through hard times. Hard times today does not mean hard times tomorrow. So when you talk to people, always remember that. And with that in mind, You know, my suggestion is a little bit different than what you might see in books and things like that. But if what you're selling is, for example, if you're selling coaching services and you genuinely believe, you know, honestly, commission aside and all other elements aside, the money aspects aside, if you genuinely believe what you have is going to massively improve their life, and without it, they will just suffer. They will continue to have these problems, and you could very quickly alleviate all those issues if they just have the service and the product that you have. Well, then guess what? You need to do your damnedest to make sure they get that product. Figure out a way to get it to them. Financing, talk about that. Savings plan, is there somebody else that they could split it with? Is there somebody else that they can buy it with them? You need to do your damnedest to get them that solution to help them. But if it's not that kind of product and it's not that kind of service, and you've asked, you've done your due diligence, and they genuinely just don't have the funds, don't be an asshole. Don't be a pushy prick and just soil the name of your company, because a good reputation takes a lot of work to build. And if you push somebody the wrong way, you rub somebody the wrong way, like really rub them the wrong way at the wrong time because they're just in a bad situation and you just made them feel even worse, guess what? That person has colleagues. That person knows other people in industries. And when they do bounce back and they go to a conference, or there's a post somewhere on Facebook or in a forum or anywhere else for that matter, maybe it's a YouTube comment, and then that person sees you or your company and says, hey, don't work with this company, they're a bunch of assholes, they treated me badly. That is going to be way more expensive than if you had just been nice to them for that little bit. This is maybe a little bit different than what you guys were expecting to hear in this video, where I'm going to teach you some tricky way to do some shady shit. I don't believe in that. Sales is about relationships. Sales is about doing the right thing that you genuinely believe to be the right thing. You shouldn't take advantage of people. You shouldn't mistreat people, and you should do what's in their best interests as well as yours. You know, you should also, you know, if you're doing something that genuinely is going to help them and you know it's a good product, then why the hell shouldn't you make something out of it, get a commission out of it? Of course, fully support that. But at the same time, you need to genuinely believe that you have a good product. If you're doing something shady, if you don't believe in your product, you're gonna have a hard time selling it, that's one. And two, you're probably gonna regret selling it. Make sure that first and foremost that you're with a company and you're with a product that you genuinely believe in, that you have a team that you trust, that you believe in to do the right thing. And with that, you should confidently go into every call, whether they have the money or not, and do the right thing for them, for you, for the company. But first and foremost, always think about the client. If you do a good job of that, then they'll be thinking about you next time their colleagues, friends, family need to do business and they're looking for what you offer. You'll be the first one that comes up in that conversation. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if there's something you want to see in a future video, let me know about it. Take care, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.